Katie, we have a lot to talk about today. The Grizzlies will take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. It is a game day update. Joining me is Katie Storm. Sorry, hello. Should we get right into
Hello.
it? Because, whoo, what a morning.
Yeah, what a morning is certainly correct. First off, great to be with you. Always love this. When I get to talk to you, it means we have an exciting game going on. Always a playoff atmosphere with the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves. So no matter what, the excitement factor is going to be off the charts tonight, but we do have a lot of news before then. And yes, I am at FedEx Forum already, just so excited for the game, I guess. Got here extra early, but yeah, it'll be fun. Happy to get right into it.
Yes, Katie lives at FedEx Forum now, as you can see, because she was there the moment that Anthony Edwards was named an All-Star replacement. So Ant is going to the All-Star game. How exciting was that this morning?
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. We have the trade to talk about, of course. So we have that excitement already, but today it was at the end of shoot around. Finch had a great way of setting it up. We kind of didn't know where he was going, and all of a sudden he was like, yeah, we have an extra all-star, Anthony Edwards, and the whole team just jumped all over Ant, lifted him up, everyone excited, clapping. All of our crew stood up, gave him a standing ovation. It was just a moment that you got some chills. Ant, going back to the official announcement when he wasn't initially in there, he said, hey, I just want to make the playoffs. This isn't a concern to me. But I think a lot of us were like, he deserves this. He needs to be in there. He is on such a great stretch run here. He was saying, I didn't have the strongest start to the season that I wanted. And so he understood almost the announcement, but great to see the credit go where credit's due. Ant's going to be great. He had a huge smile on his face today. And I don't know, Kelcey, the boys are fired up on the Timberwolves. So this gives them a lot of momentum coming into tonight. We'll see.
Yes. I mean, the Grizzlies do have a little bit of momentum on their side too, because Ja, right after that, was announced as an All-Star starter. So he will be starting in the All-Star game for the second straight season. So hopefully, I don't think the guys were together for that though, because their shoot around was earlier. So we'll have to see how.
Still some excitement though. Absolutely. And Ja is such a talent. Your fan base knows already about, he deserves that as well. So it'll be fun. It'll be a fun game tonight.
That's the All-Star news. The other piece of news before we get to the actual game is that there are some new faces because trade deadline was yesterday. I'm going to start with the Grizzlies because they made one move. They're going to get Luke Kennard, and Danny Green was part of that three-team trade. So he's no longer with the Grizzlies. Now, I don't think Luke is playing tonight because there's still some stuff that they have to do. He's en route to Memphis. There's all that stuff. But the Timberwolves have some new faces and one very familiar face to Memphis. We get to see Mike Conley again tonight.
Yes. I mean, what a great storyline for him to basically have this new beginning in the city where it all began. First, I have to say, as trades go, you mentioned Luke Kennard. We are still awaiting his physical. So hopefully he can be out there tonight if all goes well. But the excitement for him to start this new chapter is there. He's excited to be back with Rudy in that reunion, but also to be in this city. It's a little extra special, I would imagine, for him. And it's quite the storyline. And I know briefly you talked to me about the impact he had on this community. These fans love him here, knew that from afar, but really being able to sit here tonight and experience some of that will be special as well. But hopefully, yes, he is on the floor. And if it's not tonight, I hope it's soon.
Yeah, and if it is tonight, you will see he will get a standing ovation in Memphis. Like Memphis loves him.
Oh, yeah.
The work that he put in, the years that he put in the community in there. Okay, sorry. So it's Conley and also Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who shout out Canada. I obviously love.
I was gonna say I was waiting for you to do that. Yeah,
you have to.
Your fellow Canadian.
I'm actually wearing a Canadian basketball shirt today just for the occasion. Now we're going to quickly go into the game. Season series. This is the fourth and final time we will play this team. The season series is 1 for the Grizzlies at home, 2 for the Timberwolves at home. So in all 3 games, the home team has won. Now I want to talk about the two. Well, we have 3 All-Stars. We got JJ too, but I'm going to talk about Ja and I'm going to talk about Anthony Edwards because that's where the majority of the scoring for both teams comes from. Anthony Edwards, he's coming off of a 31-point game against Utah. He shot almost 50% from the field, had 7 rebounds, 8 assists. He's averaging 25 points per game. How do you slow this man down?
You don't. Yeah. You really don't. He's a player that just He takes over the game. And I can't remember the last time we talked, but I mean, Karl Anthony Towns being out for quite some time. Since then, I don't believe we've talked, but he has taken over in this bigger role since Cat's been out, and he's helped his team so much, especially in games where it's almost like he didn't get the start he wanted, or he's not scoring as much, but oh wait, third quarter, he turns it on, he takes it over, he helps the team. It's like he just sees the net and says, I need to help, and goes off. Like, it's been so fun to see what he's been able to do and kind of grow as a leader. It's such a young age. The guy's 21 years old.
So much.
But it helps you lead when you're leading by example. So he's been confident. That hoop has been huge for him, and I don't know how you slow him down, because he can get it done in all areas of the floor. But the same goes for Ja Morant. Well, you're talking before this started recording. I'm like, do your best to get in his way, try to disrupt his play. But the guy can jump from the 3-point line essentially and dunk the ball. So.
And of course, it's a team effort when you're containing two legit NBA all-stars. Dylan Brooks will have the, like that initial, that's his job on the defensive end, to try and stop, contain, make Anthony's life a little harder. Who's the defensive stopper? Like, who's going to be on Ja's tail the entire game?
Good question. I don't know exactly, but my best guess, if I had to guess, I'm just saying the best defensive player that we've seen just with his length and his size is Jaden McDaniels. I do not know exactly who would be on Ja, but Jaden's been the player all season that the coaching staff has said they just have confidence to put him on whoever. The best dynamic scores, whether they're big guys or shorter guys or right in between. I mean, he can his length, he disrupts them. And his defense has been just outstanding this season. Good things happen for the Wolves when he's on the floor. It takes a village against Ja Morant, but I think Jaden McDaniels will do some disrupting there.
My very last question for you, because I know that we both have to start getting ready for the game soon, is the rebounding. So the Grizzlies are second in the league in rebounding. Very surprisingly, I don't think the numbers quite do this team justice, but the Timberwolves are 27th in rebounding. And now Kyle is questionable, Rudy's questionable, Cat is out. JJ, since being named an all-star, has been like this rebounding machine because Steven Adams is out. He's been a scoring machine.
Yeah.
In terms of mismatches, and we don't know exactly who's playing in terms of the bigs tonight for the Timberwolves, do you see that being a problem tonight?
When you talk about where they rank in the league, it has been a concern all season. And it's something with Finch where it's the effort. You can't always coach it. The effort has to be there, but there's also a balance, Kelcey, with getting back. So guys are, doing a little bit of both. So we'll see. It's, earlier in the season, it was stressed to the guards to do their job and getting in there and getting the rebounds. Hopefully Rudy will be back tonight. We'll see. He's just been dealing with some, nagging things lately. But yeah, it's going to take a lot of different guys to step up in that category. I can tell you that the road has been difficult for the Wolves. A lot of their games to finish out this regular season are on the road. And Coach Finch has said the biggest concern for them, and I think I remember a little bit of this last time we were here in Memphis, but the Wolves kind of at the end of the night, the fourth quarter, second half, late in the game, they don't have the same intensity, or it kind of adversity strikes and they don't respond the way they want. And they just watch the game kind of slip away. So that's going to be a focus tonight, is playing, all 4 quarters solid. And whether that takes the rebounding, yes, but I think that's what Finch is really focused on, just the full effort from start to finish tonight. Yeah. And I don't know if we've talked since we've done a podcast since the time it was my first time in Memphis. I was all excited, or maybe we did, I think one time, but being back here in Memphis, my reactions last game, I was like, this crowd is outstanding. It's hard for opposition. Like, it's really a hard environment. And I'm sure that'll encourage all of your fan base to continue to do that again tonight, but they do make it hard on opponents. I was sitting in here and I couldn't even hear myself think, but it's definitely such a great atmosphere. I circle this trip a little bit just to get back in this venue sometimes, but right now it'll be fun. It'll be nice tonight.
Katie, thank you so much. You're awesome. Thanks for warming up the arena nice and early for us.
Oh, you got it. I'm here. I might just sit here the whole no, I don't know. I'm going to walk around Memphis. It's a beautiful day. I love this weather.
The game tips off, everyone, at 7 p.m. Get there nice and early. It is HBCU night, so come and celebrate that to start off the weekend. I'm so excited. We'll see you then.